Musically.
Hello and welcome to Relationship Soup. I'm your host, Lisa Hughes. How y'all doing today? I hope y'all doing all right. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Hey, we made it to another week. That's a beautiful thing, ain't it? All right, good. Well, anyway, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I hope your weeks are off to a great start. Hold on. Now, before I get into this thing, can we just say 1,000 bottles, bruh? 1,000? I ain't gonna say nothing. If you know, you know, right? 1,000 bottles. Listen, that's a lot of bottles, right? Anyway, so thank you all for joining me. I see that I have some that are joining me. I see your comments, and I promise I'm gonna bring them on. But before I get started on this show, I gotta do my spiel, right? I got some people in the studio already. I'm very excited. So anyway, let me go ahead and do my spiel before I get to y'all comments and everything. I promise I'm gonna get to them. All right, boom. Thank y'all for listening again. And please make sure that you're telling a friend, telling a family member or whatever, and that you're following across all platforms, okay? On YouTube, it's Relationship Soup, period. You got to put the period in there. If you don't put the period, you're going to be somewhere else. You're going to be on the other page. And like I told y'all, I lost the password. So now that's why I got a period in there. All right, well, so on Facebook, it's RelationshipSoupGroup. Listen, I'm going to be talking about some stuff from the soup tonight. Listen, get in there, all right? Get in there, become a member, right, and contribute. We would love to have you, all right? Then on Facebook, you can follow me at RelationshipSoupLLC. And of course, you all know that I have the greeting cards and apparel. So go to RelationshipSoup.com for greeting cards for all occasions and holidays, all right? Boom. Now, thank y'all so much for joining me. On this particular episode, it's gone over pretty well with just having y'all come on live and talk about whatever's on your heart. All right. I've already put that link in the thread. So if you want to join me in the studio, you got something you want to get off your chest, you got a confession or whatever, hey, hit that link. All right. Come on in here. Let's talk about it. Now, this is the 45th episode, so thank you all for supporting me through this journey. And so this is just basically another episode where we're going to have live listener comments, questions, confessions, and more, okay? So, now listen. I'm inviting y'all, like I said, to come on here and talk about whatever. So I'm going to give this disclaimer, okay? I don't know what listeners is going to be talking about, okay? So If you find yourself feeling triggered or sensitive or whatever, it is not going to hurt my feelings if you log off. Okay. I totally understand. I just want to give that disclaimer because I don't know what people are going to be coming with. Now, we try to keep it, cool. But hey, I don't ever know. All right. So if you're interested in joining, please hit that link. Just follow the prompts and get in here. Okay. All right. And just do me a favor. When you come in here, if you have it on your cell phone, like if you have a different device playing outside of the one that you're on, just turn the sound down for me, would you? All right, boom. All right, so let's see here. So who do we have today? Nikki, never mind. Thank you, Mrs. Bonner, for joining me today. You know I appreciate you, admin. I be seeing you in the group. I be seeing what you're doing. Keep them straight, Nikki. Keep them straight. Then we have V. Happy Tuesday, V. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, boom. So, like I said, I have some stuff that I definitely want to talk about. All right. What I do want to do, because I have some dynamic guests in the studio. Okay. And I want to honor their time. And when I tell you I got some stuff in the group and members, y'all already know. So just act like you don't know. All right. So, what I want to do first, I want to bring on a beautiful young sister that she has written a book, and I'm very proud of her. I want her to, I want to give her flowers because she stepped out on faith. She wrote this book, and look, we gonna see this through. All right, so I'm gonna bring her on. Okay, and if y'all have any questions or anything, feel free to put it in the chat. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring her on, and then we'll just move on to our next topics. Okay, y'all cool with that? All right, boom. All right, so I'm going to bring to the stage Naya. How are you, beautiful?
Hi, I'm good. How are you? Thanks for
I'm
having me.
I'm well. I'm well. I'm well. Thank you so much for joining me on this last minute notice. I really appreciate you.
I'm happy to be here.
All right, boom. So let's get right into it. So tell our listeners your name. I know it's I know it's on here, but tell the listeners your name and just a little bit about you.
So, my name is Naya. I'm 24, almost 25, and my pen name is Synonym. And I am a new author. I just recently wrote and published a poetry ebook slash adult coloring book called Soliloquies.
I love it. I love it. Now, let me ask you this, Naya. What was your inspiration? Like, I'm an author myself, right? I'm an author myself. And so I find inspiration from different things. What inspired you to write this book?
Honestly, I've been writing poetry since I was in middle school, and I have just been feeling in my creative bag lately, and I felt confident. Like, I don't know, I feel like the Lord just gave me a confident boost and said it's time to share. So I just took a collection of poems that I've been working on for like the past 5 years. Some of them have been sitting, and put them together and just decided, why not?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I used to write a little poetry in my time. And my
Okay.
poet I'm gonna put it out there, y'all. Not only am I a professor, right, an entrepreneur, do podcast stuff. Listen, and I've been a thespian. Okay, those that
Okay.
know, right? And I write poems too, and they not just roses are red, violets are blue. You feel me? Like
Right.
I got some poetry out there.
Right.
So hey, listen, hey, I'm a
Okay.
woman of many trades. Okay.
Okay, every woman. It's all in you.
Hey,
Okay.
listen, okay, okay. So, tell my listeners this, Naya. Where can they find your book? Because I'm going to order, and I'm going to talk to you about how. Because I want to give this away too on air. But where do listeners go to order your book?
Okay, so right now I am selling it on a platform called Gumroad. That's Gumroad. And I
Okay,
can I can also send you the link, and
please do.
okay, for sure. And I'm in the works of having it published on Amazon. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And so you're going to self-publish that on Amazon, right?
Yes, I will.
Holla at me, right?
Okay.
Because I publish like a children's book, one of my works. And so if you
Mhm.
need any advice or whatever, I got you, right?
I will
Absolutely.
be hollering at you because I will need that advice.
Okay. Listen. And I think that's a really good way to go because it gives you so much control. Your book will
Mhm.
be across so many platforms from, I believe, Amazon to Barnes and Nobles. Like your book will be everywhere online. Okay, that's an overstatement. It will be
Oh, yeah,
several
I'm sorry.
places. So I'll put you up on game on that.
Okay, yeah, I'll be reaching out to you. Definitely. Thank you for that.
Definitely, definitely. So let me ask you this last question. If you feel comfortable and no pressure, right? Because we know there's some crazy people out here. Okay, listen.
Mhm.
I got some in my DMs right now. So, do you feel
Okay.
comfortable giving my listeners your Instagram, Threads, Twitter, whatever? Right? Is it Threads now? I don't even think it's Twitter no more.
You know what? And I think it's X, and I think Instagram made a Twitter and then called it Thread. So I really
I'm
can't keep up.
confused. I'm confused.
Right.
I'm good to answer my Instagram, and that's why I be having to give people. I have to give people the disclaimer, like, yo, if you hit me on Instagram, Facebook is my thing. So anyway, beautiful. Can
Okay.
you please
Okay.
tell my
Facebook.
guests where they can find you?
They can find me at Naya NYA underscore Simone on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So yeah.
Okay, perfect. Send me that because I want to put that in the thread and I'll put it in the group as well. I'll put the link to your book in my group and Relationship Soup group. I'll put it in this thread as well. And we actually have some comments for you. Okay, so let's see
Okay.
here. So let's see, Mr. Ted, thank you for joining us. Ted Muhammad says, congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see here. Darian says, biggest fan. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, we gotta support this
Period.
beautiful sister, okay?
I love her.
Fan. We knew what you were saying, Darian. We knew what you were saying.
You
And
got
thanks
it.
for joining me too, beautiful. I appreciate that. So
Mhm.
Renicia says, I heard that it's also an adult coloring book as well.
Yes, it is. There are some coloring pages in it, and it's
Absolutely. And see,
printable.
and you said, and it's what? Printable?
Printable. Printable.
Absolutely. And you know what? One thing I know about coloring, it is like that's really therapeutic too. Like that's a good release to color,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Get you some colored pencils and go to work.
Hey,
Thank you,
listen.
Ronnie, for saying that. Hmm.
Absolutely. See, I color in the lines now. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay. You done grown up a little bit.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm grown. I'm grown and timeless now. You hear me? I'm grown and timeless.
Okay.
You
I
hear
heard
me? All right, so let's see here. So Darian also says it's a beautiful work and very eccentric. I recommend buying the good color pencils for. Yeah, don't be buying them ones. Forgive me, dollar store. Don't buy them from the dollar store because they're not gonna color right. You
you.
feel me?
Okay.
You're gonna be
You
trying
need
to
to get
color
some.
and put the lighter on there. You're gonna be trying to
Mm-mm.
put the lighter on there, and it ain't even gonna work. It ain't even gonna work. Right? So go to Walmart, get the good coloring pencils. Okay,
Yeah,
get the
get
good
you some
ones.
Crayola. Get you some Crayola for this one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because sometimes the brand do matter. Sometimes brands matter, right?
Sometimes, in certain
They-
instances, and this is one of them. Quality.
Okay, okay.
This
So
is
that's all
funny.
I'm saying. Hold on, hold on. All right, so let's see here. So Darian says, "What's your favorite piece of work in the book, Miss Naya?"
My favorite poem is the very first one. And that's
Okay.
all I'm going to say. Just the
Yeah,
very
because
first one.
we can't look. We teasing this. We teasing this.
Yes.
Okay, you got to get the book, and the
Hmm.
book is how. Do you mind saying what the price is of the book?
Oh, the book is only $10.
Only $10.
Yes,
Listen,
ma'am.
you're gonna spend more than that for lunch.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so let's see here. So Leah, thank you for joining me, Leah Nicole. You know I appreciate you. So excited to read. Absolutely, fam. We gonna both get this book, and we gonna be coloring together. We gonna let Levi color too. We gonna let Levi color too. That's my new handsome little cousin. So let's
Aw.
see here.
Thank you, Leah.
So Nikki, I bought my daughter coloring books and crayons for college. Yes,
Yeah.
mental health. Mental
Yeah.
health. Listen, I tell the world I color. I do
Yeah.
color.
No, seriously, that helped me get through college because it can be stressful. Sometimes you just need to sit down and just put some creativeness to it.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know what? And I'm gonna tell my students about this. I'm a college professor by day, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna have to tell my students about this too because coloring, yeah, it is. Hey, chef's kiss. Coloring is all that. So let's see. Nikki Never Mind says the 64 pack with the sharpener. With the sharp, listen, it ain't the same if it ain't got the sharpener. You
That's
feel
a
me? You
good
can.
investment.
Hey, you gotta have the sharpener on there. All right.
Yeah.
Is there a link to the book? Yes. I'm gonna post the link. Okay. Naya, you will see there's like a private chat. Yes, 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 yes. There's a private chat, okay, in
Okay.
this. We'll navigate through it. And just send me that information. Or if you want to DM it to me or whatever, or to your dad, whatever, DM
Mhm.
it and let's get it in there. Because hey, look, we gonna sell some books tonight. Let's sell some books.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see here. Oh, Aunt Marcia is so proud of you, Naya.
Oh, thanks, Aunt Marcia.
Absolutely.
Love
Young,
my auntie.
beautiful, creative. Listen, see, this is what I like to see. I like to see my young sisters doing this, right? And
Mhm.
you will impact the masses, okay? You will impact the masses. Let's see here. So Renicia says, and Renicia, am I saying your name right? Because our name is this
Ranisha.
Ranisha. Look,
Ranisha.
I was trying to be fancy with it. You hear me? Ranisha. Yeah, because our names is the sweetest sound to our ears, so I'll be trying to get it right. You hear me? So it says, I see there are spaces in there to make notes and reflect. Oh, really?
Yes, yes. Okay, so it goes poem, reflection section, and then coloring,
Okay.
and then a new poem. So that's the order.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, Renisha. Hey, we see you. So let's
Mm-hmm.
see here. The reflection part is a part that really helps you analyze your feelings. I love that. Look, Renisha, don't give it all away. Because we trying to sell some books. Okay, the poetry is immaculate, let alone the ability to analyze. Wow. Oh, I love that.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Yes, I
you.
am definitely looking forward to this. So get those links to me. We're gonna sell some books.
Okay,
Hey,
well,
and you gonna see me. You gonna see me on there too, right?
okay.
I'm gonna buy some books. And you know what? If you don't mind, maybe we can let's plan on having you back in the future where we can kind of tease it some more and kind of maybe get into it, kind of.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely down for that. I do want to add a disclaimer. The link on Gumroad is an ebook.
Okay.
So until it comes out on Amazon, if you want to do the coloring part, you'll have to print at home.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Absolutely. Look, and I just got me a printer. I got one of them Shack printers, the ones where you got to pour the little ink in there. So listen, I'm
Ooh.
Gucci. I'm ready.
You is right. You're
I'm ready. I'm
ready.
ready. All right. So this is what I'm going to do now is stay after if you can, right? Because I
Okay.
want to make sure that we get StreamYard be wanting my guests to stay like they got time. So stay
Yeah.
after, stay in the studio or whatever. If you have to go, let me know and I'll send you the link so I can make sure that we get this for like the after recording. But I want to thank you for joining me, beautiful, and I wish you the best in all that you do. Keep shining, keep being a light. All right.
Wow. Thank you so much again. This means so, so much to me. I'm very grateful for this. So thank you for everything.
Absolutely. And this is just the beginning. The best is still yet to come.
Okay.
All right, beautiful. I'll see you soon. All right, boom. All right, so look, I see y'all comments. I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all. Again, if y'all want to get in the studio, I've put the link in the thread. So if y'all want to get in here, get in here. All right, so let's see here. I saw where there were some people joining, and I try to bring y'all links on. I appreciate that. Hi, Derek. Thank you so much. Now you know the devil is a lie. You hear me? Listen. Listen. I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties. Can y'all hear me all right? Somebody say something in the comments. Let me make sure that I'm in this thing. Right? That was the longest pause ever. Can y'all see me all right? People in the studio, nod your head and something because, all right, y'all see me. All right, boom, my fault. I promise I paid my bill. All right. So it wasn't that Lisa didn't pay her bill. Okay. So I just want y'all to know. All right, I'm back. All right. So anyway, Naya, thank you again for joining me, beautiful. Get those links to me and let's go ahead and get your book out there. All right. All right. So let's see here. Let's see. Can hear, can't see yet. All right. So Derek, can you see me now? Can you see me now? Let me know something. All right. Boom. All right. Yeah, fam, I'm back. I promise I paid that bill. I always pay my bill. In fact, they always get their money ahead of time because they automatically take it out. You feel me? All right, so let's see here. Hi, Dimitri. Thank you so much for joining me. All right. Yes. Thank you, fam. Listen, I gotta represent. I gotta represent that Hughes bloodline. You feel me? All right. V, thank you so much. Thank y'all for sticking around. Y'all know Verizon be tripping. And I'm gonna put it out there until Verizon get it right. I'm calling it out. Verizon, y'all been tripping. Now listen, let me go on the soapbox for a minute. Now, Verizon is supposed to be the freaking like what? The Saks Fifth Avenue of cellular services, and they tripping. Get that tower fixed, Verizon. Don't be having me getting embarrassed in front of company. You hear me? Don't be having me getting embarrassed in front of company. All right, so boom, let me see here. Not yet. So Android be tripping too. Yeah, I don't even see it on the live no more. Can y'all see me on the live? Anyway. All right, boom. So hopefully it will stop acting up. All right. So boom. What I want to do so silly. Okay, so what I want to do now, I want to go ahead and get into a couple of things. I do have some people in the studio, so I will be bringing them on. Okay, hold on. I can't see myself. Okay, you see me now. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate that. So hopefully, if people watching this on Facebook, because I only see right now, if you're on Facebook watching this, can y'all just comment for me right quick, just so that I can make sure, because I ain't even hip as to if y'all can see me still, because I don't even know how that works. I don't even know how that works. All right, boom. Oh, thank you, Mr. Artest. I appreciate that. And if you want to come in the studio, come on in the studio. We got a full house tonight. So go on and get in here, get in the room with me. All right, boom. So this is what I want to do. Thank you, George. I really appreciate that. So like for some reason I don't see it on my I can't see it. I don't know what's up. I can't see it on Facebook, but since you're coming from Facebook, I'll trust that, you're able to everybody's able to see me. Okay, boom. All right, so let me go ahead and get into what I want to talk about tonight. All right, so this is what I want to do. I want to first talk about one of the topics in the soup, and then I'll get to my studio, okay? Because they definitely have some questions and stuff that they're going to want to ask and all that stuff too, right? All right, boom. So let me go ahead and get this. Share my screen right quick, all right? Because I definitely want to get to this. All right, boom. All right, so y'all should be able to see this, all right? So basically, this question was asked in the group, okay? And the question is, if you're dating a person, they ask you, what do you need from a partner to feel love? Do you take that as a genuine interest, as a genuine question so that they can attempt to meet your needs, or a question so they can misrepresent themselves to look good in your eyes, right? And there was a few comments, and I see that y'all still going in on this post, and I thought this was really good because I'm back outside again, right? I'm back outside, right? And so obviously you talk to different people in dating situations or whatever, and so they ask you questions and stuff, right? And I have actually been asked this question. So let's look at what some of the people from the soup said. It says, I share, let's not play a guessing game. Life is too short, and I want him to get it correct. And so then Tara says, no two people want to be loved the same or like the same, right? Um, and Janita says, I won't answer that because I feel they were trying to pull one on me. Ty says that they would take it as a genuine question. And then Courtney, basically, she's pretty diplomatic, says that it can go either way. And then Diane says that she does not think that that question should be asked, right? Now, listen, I think that was a really good question because, being back out here, it's like, what questions, how do you answer certain questions, right? Like, one of the questions I've been asked since I've been outside, right? What do you look for in a man, right? Why would I tell you that? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even trying to play no game, but it's like, I don't want nobody lying to kick it, right? If I be like, oh, I want somebody that's, well, you can't help your height, you know, and I want somebody that's this, this, and this, and this. Sometimes people will lie to kick it to be around you, right? Now, as far as this question goes, my advice would be this. I think it's really important to always look at a person's intent. This was one of the chapters in one of my favorite books called Seed of the Soul, right? You always want to look at a person's intent and actually look at your own too, right? Because I think that will help you to kind of assess where a person is coming from. You might have to listen to that inner voice, that third eye, that discernment, or whatever to feel where their intent is, right? Um, so, what you want to feel for is this person being manipulative or is it genuine? And I think that you will be able to assess that, right? I would also say um, communicate openly, right? Don't hold it close to the vest, chest, or whatever. Communicate openly. Like if you're unsure or whatever, communication is the key. All right. And then one thing I would say is observe their actions, right? How is a person responding? What are their actions like, right? And that may actually help you. Another thing is trust, but verify. Because some people like to give trust up front or whatever, and that's cool. But trust but verify, right? Again, be very observant and make sure that you're listening. Okay, that's really important. All right, so that's just my view on that. And if there's anything else, I'll add to it, right? Another way to answer that question, hey, you know what? We can find out or whatever, keep it very general. So let's see here. Oh, I see you all. Thank y'all so much. So Nikki says, a lot of time people lie to kick it. Listen, Nikki, people be lying to kick it, right? Okay. But it's important to remember people have to ask questions to get to know you. So being a tad vulnerable is okay. Just don't give them everything at once. So that makes sense, Nikki. So basically what you're saying, don't give brother or sister the blueprint, like the whole blueprint. Like you can pull it out, you can kind of slide it to them and show them a little bit, but don't give them the whole blueprint. Is that what you're saying, sis? All right. So Derek says intentions are everything, but too many people are too jaded or insecure to apply discernment effectively. That makes sense. You know, that makes a lot of sense. And sometimes, if I'm being honest and accountable, sometimes my picker was off and my discernment was not on point. You hear me? Thus, the reason why I learned about people that lied to kick it. All right. Nikki says, let their actions speak for them. That's fair. Heal so you can discern your intuition from your insecurities. That is so key. And even in my healing journey, I feel that I've gotten more clear about that because I ain't gonna lie to kick it and act like I've always been that clear because I ain't, right? Some things you just have to kind of take time to heal and learn, right? Learn about yourself. All right, so let's see here. All right, boom. So this is what I want to do. Okay. I want to bring someone else on that has a question. All right. So let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to bring Mark Lee on you, y'all. Y'all know Mark Lee is back. Okay. Mark Lee is back with another question. So, Mark, welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing good. Glad to see you. Looking lovely as always. I was really impressed with Ania, and all along those lines, the young sister was dynamic and was definitely very impressive. As you know, I work at a cultural arts center, and we do spoken word poetry. So if she's in the back and everything, might have to get her to come by the Hayti Heritage Center and do a performance in Durham, North Carolina, and all along those lines. Because even she doesn't want to do competition, because that's what spoken word is. They will sometimes have a guest poet that will showcase their work as well. So I have to talk to the person that runs that, Jasan Ahanu, and see if he's willing to do that. But as one that's part of the staff, I think I can make that happen and all along those lines. But yeah, I'm definitely hoping that you're going to have her do one of her works, and maybe she'll do some work later and we can find out whether it's poetry about life or poetry about events or poetry about family dynamics or what the poetry may be about. It might even be about her college experience, but that's something I was curious about. But I know you're going to have her back and all along those lines. But I had two quick questions. One that I told you I was going to ask you, and the other one I'm just going to give a little bit of dynamics and everything. But did I look like I fell off the turnip truck and everything? Because I was on the social media site and was talking to some people, including a couple of young ladies and everything. And one of them was telling me, yeah, I'd love to come and visit you and I'd love to come to see you and all along those lines. But I need you to send me like, $100, $200, $250, $300 in order to get to where I'm coming to and everything. And I'm going like, did I fall off the turnip truck or something like that? Because I'm sorry.
What you asked me, do it look like that you was born yesterday? Is that
Yeah,
what you asked me, Mark? Do
yeah,
it look like you was born yesterday?
yeah. Because apparently they think that I'm just going to like send them some money, and I don't even know the money might be going to Nigeria or India or who knows where. But I guess they just thought I was going to send them this money to supposedly help them out and everything along those lines. Because they were like, "Yeah, I'll come visit you, and we'll do this and we'll do that." And I'm going like, "Yeah," and all that. And I'm going like, "But I need the money," and I'm going like, "Yeah, I need some money too." So I'm going like, "I don't think I fell off the turnip truck. Maybe they think I fell off the turnip truck."
Hey, that's on them. Look, I send my condolences for them thinking that you a fool, that you ubu.
Exactly, exactly. And speaking of condolences and everything, I'll let you know just really quickly because I know the relationship soup people want to know. Dad is doing great. They had the surgery last Wednesday. The surgery went very well. They were actually doing a second part of the surgery today and everything. I think to reconnect some of the pacemaker, and so he's resting. But they're already like you're off the ventilator, and he's a swimmer, so he might be swimming sooner versus later. So it seems like the recovery is going in good form and all along those lines. So definitely
Well, I'm
interested.
glad to hear that.
Yeah, this was. But I was laughing at Leah's comments because she said this family goat is ill. She said her GoFundMe and all along those lines. So no, yeah, I can't help you with the family goat and everything like that, and or the cash app. So and Vernon saying I look like money. So I don't know about all of that, but appreciate the compliment. Now the question I've got for the soup, because like you said, I was gonna have one to bring to the table and everything, and I was in one of my rooms that I attend, not just Relationship Soup, but another one that's in that relationship space, and it came across my feed, and I think it's one that the soup would be interested in, which is that if I was to get together with some of these single ladies here in the soup, like y'all know I'm a big fan of Lisa and all along those lines, and we were to go down that marriage route and everything, does that mean that I have to give up all of my female friends and vice versa? Would she have to give up all of her male friends? Because that's kind of what the topic was whether you have to give up your friends of the opposite gender if you are in a serious relationship and all along those lines. And as I've said, and I'll just take my opinion on that, some of those friends were with me before any new relationship might have been started and everything like that. So I think that some of the friendships predate, and definitely I would bring them into the environment so they get to know each other and everything. But I don't know about this whole notion of abandoning uh, true friends and all along those lines. But love to hear what y'all's thoughts are about that and whether you should just abandon any person from the opposite sex once you get involved with relationships.
Okay. And I think that's a good question. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat this question, y'all. So Mark wants to know, when you are in a committed relationship, marriage, or whatever, right? Should you get rid of friends, of your friends from the opposite sex, including those friends that you've had for, several years, right? Well, some of us have those friends. I don't want to say we all. Some of us have those friends that have been friends with us through the thick and thin, from when we was like on training wheels, right? So I'm going to give you a chance. I'm going to give y'all a chance to think about that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and give my view. So Nikki says nope, nope, right? And so Leah says yes, Mark. Okay. Um, Derek also says glad that your dad is doing well. By the way, hi, the Luder Mac. I appreciate you for joining me. I really appreciate that. So what are my views, Mark? I think it depends, right? One thing that my father did tell me, rest his beautiful, handsome soul. My daddy said, as a couple, right, from his experience, this was from daddy's experience. Um, the friends that you make as a couple can be some of the better friends for your relationship. And of course, it depends. You can never say all for anything, right? For me personally, at this point where I am in life, I feel that you have to look at those friends' intent because let's just be real. Sometimes we use the word friend loosely, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes, and I'm not saying in every sense, every situation, sometimes there's friends that's lying in the wait. You hear me? They your friends. Yeah, oh man, Lisa, I'm sorry that happened to you. But, you know, they have intentions that may extend outside of a friendship, right? So I think that you have to take it by case. I call them my counsel. They are my dear friends, right? And, they always have my higher good at heart as a single woman and when I am in a relationship. Typically, I will say that some of my friends, we tend to kind of fall back once one of us gets into a relationship or something like that. But if it's a thing where, hey, we need each other, boom, we can always call each other, right? So again, you have to just kind of take that case by case. I would say definitely make sure that you have that open conversation with your significant other to make sure that you all are on the same page. Because let's just keep it real. Some friends is assholes. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Some friends just ain't right. They just not right. They not gonna be right for your relationship. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to weigh that out. But then you have some friends that are just genuine, they're pure or whatever. So, you have to weigh that out. It's hard to say a general answer or resolution or say all because it's definitely a case by case. I would say you and your mate should definitely be on the same page. And that's definitely a conversation that needs to be had because we all know, and I ain't gonna lie to kick it. I know which of friends and acquaintances ain't gonna be good when I'm booed up. I know which ones ain't gonna be right.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna be right. But
That
I
is
also know the ones or feel that I know the ones that would be very respectful of a relationship. But we have some comments. Let's see.
yeah.
Let's see.
Saw the buddy
Uh
up at the top.
all right. Thank you for joining me, Chucky. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you joining me. Keep them solid friends. Yeah, because sometimes some friends are truly like family. I do have a couple of friends that truly feel like my brothers, right? It ain't never been nothing shady or whatever. They are really like my brothers, right? So, boom, Shanessa says no, but they should be introduced to your mate. I think that's a good thing, right? I think that's a great thing because one thing that I like to do, or may be good to do, is alleviate doubt where you can. There are controllables when it comes to doubt. So it may be as simple as, hey, this is my homeboy. I don't know. First friend that comes to mind, Malik. This is my homeboy, Malik. Whatever, if you have a mate.
Yeah.
So let's see here. So Holly says it would be a good thing to have a meeting point to get to know them. Like I enjoy jazz kitchen, so if I would like someone who likes a relaxed entertainment, right? They can meet me there. Then we both pay for our own way to get there, and I'm not losing true friends, right? Because sometimes them relationships don't work. Sometimes them relationships don't work, and sometimes you have friends that are like, "Oh, well, you wasn't trying to holler at me when you was cuffed, so I'm done."
I
Right?
don't
And then I'm
I
like,
don't
"Are
know
they
if the
really
other one,
friends?"
but Nikki had an interesting one. I think it's about her and her husband and everything. Because I guess Nikki's married. It was upright below Leah.
Absolutely. If they are true friends, they will understand that you are in a relationship and be respectful. Absolutely. And that's one thing that I love about my counsel is just like if we go days without talking, years without talking, or whatever, when we come back together, it's like a day never passed. And that's one thing I love about them. They are not high maintenance. So Derek says, I feel like keep the healthy relationships and get rid of the unhealthy ones, including if the new love is the unhealthy one. Sometimes that new bae is unhealthy, right? But again, you have to assess that. You have to look at intent, and all of that, right? Hey, get rid of them crazy friends and them crazy ass baby mamas too. Some of y'all baby mamas is crazy, and some of y'all baby daddies is crazy, and y'all know it.
Yep.
Check them, right? If you trying to bring a new love into something, get that in check. Ain't nobody got time to be sitting up going through no crazy stuff. Nah, I ain't triggered. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to look out for the people. All right. So Nikki says, disclaimer: there now are friends. We aren't out there making new friends of the opposite sex. That might cause some issues, and that makes sense, Nikki. You
And that's
know,
actually in response to her first quote, which is above where that quote was.
absolutely. Absolutely. Like, yeah. I think that's a good thing. Again, I say you really need to be on the same page with your mate, okay? And your friends need to understand. You teach your friends how to treat your mate. So always remember that. These friends that we have, we teach them how to treat our mate. So, that's just something to think about too. Hi, Kiki. Can't wait to this weekend. They are opportunists, those friends of the opposite sex, some, not all. Yeah, some of them really are. Some of them really are. Facts, fam, definitely a case by case. It has to be case by case because, there are friends that, they are definitely my heart. And I know that they have my higher good at heart as a single woman and when I am booed up, right? Some friends be friendly. Nikki says, anyone who makes your partner uncomfortable should be fired from the crew. Listen, now, Nikki, I'm sure you typed that so smooth and easily, right? I don't understand why some people don't understand that, right? If you have a good significant other, y'all on the same page, y'all vibing, if there is that friend or whatever that makes them uncomfortable or adds an element to your relationship that ain't cool, they need to be pop they balloon, pop it, right? Get rid of them. That's all I'm saying. Y'all be knowing, right? You got to figure you're gonna have to assess who you're gonna be loyal to, right? All right. It's about creating a safe and secure place for your significant other. Absolutely, absolutely. All right, boom. So what you think about that, Mark?
Yeah, there's great comments, and definitely I can see where people are coming from and all along those lines and everything. I was just going to add a flip question that I made that's somewhat related. We blew up the question with this, and I saw that there were some answers that we didn't get to, like Charles' answers and others that were out there. But what is our thoughts? Because this is a thing that's come up in my life. I think I kind of mentioned it last week when I mentioned Dad's lady love and all along those lines. But what does the soup think about people? Because I know some people are very much wanting to stay in their lane in terms of their community, meaning the Hispanics want to stay with the Hispanics and the Blacks want to stay with the Blacks. But sometimes people like to get a little flavor in their relationship. So I just wondered what the soup thinks about people crossing the line when it comes to race and ethnicity. So I just wonder what the soup thinks about dating somebody that is outside of the culture that you are from. Meaning, if you're white, you're dating somebody black. If you're black, you're dating somebody white, or vice versa. So I was just wondering what people are thinking about crossing the line and the divide, and it can be even race, religion as well. Because, like I said, my dad's lady love is of the Jewish background, and I would say Dad historically has been more spiritual than religious, and he might even say that he was almost anti-religious at some points in his life. And she is definitely of the Jewish faith and everything, even though she might consider herself like there's the deadbeat Delta, so she might consider herself a deadbeat Jew, meaning that she doesn't go to synagogue all the time and
All
everything. But I
right.
just wanted your take on stepping outside of the cultural norm, whether that be religious or racial or ethnic.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, we'll definitely look at that. And I'll definitely give you my views on that. We do have a few more comments I want to get to. So let's see here. Charles Chucky says, meshing older friends with new friends is hard. But if they are your true friend and truly love you, they will fall in line accordingly. Absolutely. They will be chameleons with you, right? Derek says, I have a problem with somebody wanting you to end all ties of the opposite sex. Now, if your mate has your best interest in mind and are warning of somebody specific, pay attention to how both move. I totally agree that intention is everything. Peace, fam. I appreciate you. Thanks for joining me. I got your text. I got it. So yeah, we'll figure that out, fam. I just don't want you to think I forgot about you. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Cause stop grading on a curve and stop thinking your opposite sex friends don't. Fam, I love you. I promise. You be my hype cousin like a mug. That's my hype woman right there. You know what, cuz? Listen. I know my friends ain't blind. They ain't blind, right? The thing is, I got those boundaries in place too. And it's no, like my close circle I've told you about, they know the deal, right? They know how I move, right? So I ain't too much worried about them. Now them acquaintances, that might be a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So, when Prince Charming comes knocking, you hear me, we're gonna have to make some changes. But as far as my day ones, yeah, they know what's up. Lyrical says baby moms. Listen, fam. Listen. Hold on, let me take a drink. I'm just going off of just stories over the years, fam. You and I have had some conversations and some experiences. You hear me? Listen, baby mamas, some of them be a fool. Some of y'all baby mamas be tripping and y'all need to quit. And some of y'all baby daddies too. Y'all need to quit. Right? It ain't work out. And that's okay. My condolences. I'm sorry it ain't work out. But don't be trying to make everybody life miserable. Stop it. Stop. And some of y'all know, okay, the kids. I get it. We love the kids. But some of y'all, the ones y'all chose to mate with, is a fool. And ain't nobody got time for that. You hear me? So check y'all situations. And if y'all can't check it, stay single. Just stay single. Don't be bringing nobody up in y'all mess if y'all baby significant others is a fool. If y'all got crazy baby mamas and baby daddy, stop it. Stop it. Just don't. Figure it out. Don't bring nobody in that mess because ain't nobody trying to live like that. That's all I'm saying. So Leah says, Mark, why you want to get the one story? Nikki says, those ain't the ones she's talking about. All right. Blessings. I have 8 p.m. Bible study class and host and need to prepare. Thank you so much, Dimitri. We will have to talk soon and get you on here. And see, that's one reason why I moved the show to Tuesdays. I was trying not to be in that same block as Bible study. So we'll have to figure it out. Listen, fam. Hey, a whole food fam. Ain't nobody. Listen, one thing I'm not trying to deal with, I ain't dealing with no baby mama stuff. I'm Gucci. I didn't taste it peace. I'm living peace. I'm not dealing with no baby mamas. Right? It was a situation. Hold on, y'all. Let me talk about this right quick. Derek, I see you in the studio. I'm going to get to you. Mark, listen to this. I was scrolling social media and it was this post where this sister, I don't know if it's cap or not, because some people be scripting stuff and then be trying to act like it's real life. I don't know if it's cap, but what had happened was she's doing like a live of her dude talking to her, their fiancés. So they're about to be married. Okay. So dude is like, yo, it's been a hurricane. It's been a hurricane and I'm about to move my baby mama and my son. I forget if it's son or a daughter, and they child in they soon to be marital home. Listen, it ain't that much love in the world, baby. You hear me? Hey, bring me the baby, because the baby probably love me anyway. And that's why some baby mamas be mad, because y'all kids is gonna love me, right? So this is the thing. So bring the baby in, but like literally this dude, like, I don't know, either he is a hell of a thespian, right? But he was serious. He wasn't even laughing. Homie's like, I'm gonna move my baby mama and my child into this home. And then he tried to shame his fiance talking about being a humanitarian. Bruh, what in the narcissism are we doing here? For real, what in the manipulation is going on? Ain't nobody trying to deal. Listen, if you got to take care of your baby mama like that, listen, you probably don't even need to be moving on. And same, some of y'all sisters is taking care of y'all baby daddy. Let's just keep it real. It ain't just one-sided. Ain't nobody trying to live like that. Who trying to live like that?
I ain't trying to live like that either, Lisa, but sometimes it's the nature of how people get themselves into what they get themselves into. Because I've got a photography friend of mine. He does like some kind of like landscape photography and some photography around some of the important monuments like the, what do you call them, national parks and stuff like that. But he is a self-avowed swinger and everything. And I know that he has lived with his multiple wives, and they actually come back to what I was talking about earlier. I think that one of the ones that he had a child by is of ethnic origin, and he is actually a white boy and everything along those lines. But I'm sometimes going like, I don't know how you're living with. I want to say at one time it was 3 women. It might be 2 women now, and one of their children, because I think one of them had a child. They might even have 2 children by now. But that's a lot of drama
That's
that
a
is.
lot of mess. That's a lot of mess. And at the end of the day, listen, and I'm not telling nobody how to live. I ain't telling you how to live, right? Because we all probably moving the best that we can. My advice, I'm just telling you, ain't nobody trying to live with that. Ain't nobody trying to deal with that. It's already meshing families and stuff like that is already, it can be very complicated, right? All I'm saying is if you're making decisions based on you being a single person, and if it involves your baby mama, baby dad, just stay single. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Because ain't nobody trying to live like that. All right,
So what?
so Shawnee says he's not respecting fiance boundaries. High facts. They need to figure it out, fam. Because that's a lot. Like I was looking at that, I was triggered. And I don't even have no situation. You
No,
feel
but
me?
what about the
But I'm just saying, like,
relationship?
that is really, really crazy. So Holly says, I couldn't and won't go through that. Too many good people still out here. Absolutely. Ain't
I
nobody
agree
got time
with
for that.
Holly. Yeah, I agree with Holly on that. But what about, because what I'm seeing a lot of people, being the one of the elder statements of the relationship soup and everything. I'm seeing a lot of people that are doing. I've even mentioned it. My brother's done it. What I call the Brady Bunch family. So they are coming to relationships with individual kids, and they're trying to blend those families as best as they can. I mean, my brother and his uh, now final fiance, if they ever get married, but they have health issues, which is why they haven't got married. They would be, in my mind, one of the perfect Brady bunches, because his
Absolutely.
her daughter is graduated from college, the son is going to college, and my 2 nephews are high school age, as I've told you before. They're 15 and 16. But I'm seeing some blended families that the Brady Bunch is working, but it doesn't work for everybody.
Absolutely. Well, let me do this, Mark, because we have some people in the studio. I'm gonna get to your question, so I'm gonna take you off stage for a little bit. We have a couple more people in the studio, so I'm gonna bring you back because we getting to the end of the hour too. All right, boom. All right, so let's see here, Derek. I see that you're there. Did you have a question for me, Derek? Did you have a question for us? And Vernon, I saw that you were in the studio. Vernon, are you trying to be in the studio? Let me know. How are
Yeah,
you,
afternoon.
Derek?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Hey,
you.
can you hear me?
I can hear
All
you
right,
now.
so I'm doing pretty good. It's good to see you. So
Good.
here's my question.
Yes.
Um, so I saw a post that was talking about a lady, and I reposted it. I called it the Tia Mowry effect,
Mm-hmm.
where these women that be in relationship, long-term marriages, 10 years plus, the kids involved, and
Mm-hmm.
they say, the husband's doing what he's supposed to do, but she's not happy. So she ended the marriage and leave. It's not that there's anything wrong with him or what he's doing. It's just she doesn't like the way her life is. So she leaves. Okay, end the relationship, but leaves the kids behind
Mm-hmm.
with the husband.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to figure out why there's so many people that's been supporting that concept that when the shoe is on the other foot, when it's a male, that's a no-no. Nobody likes when the father leaves the family and the kids. But for some reason, when that stuff happens, and you read the comments, there's a lot of support for women to leave the father and the kids. Come on, let him deal with it. Let him see what it's like to be a mom. As if
Mm-hmm.
he hasn't been a father and a husband this entire time.
Okay.
So
So, and I,
that's the one I wanted to discuss.
okay, yeah, and thank you for bringing that up, Derek, because I saw that. I saw that, and that post was getting some comments. I did see. So basically, you're asking, how do people feel about women who leave their families and their marriages because say they may not be happy with the situation, they may not be advancing or feeling like life is panning out like they want it to. So how do y'all feel about a woman leaving her marriage behind and her children? So how y'all feel about that? Is that what you're asking, Derek?
Yeah, but specifically, not just a marriage. It's one thing to end a relationship, but when you leave a marriage and you don't take the kids with you, you
Hmm.
literally leave the kids with the father. You move to a whole nother state and start living your life like you don't have kids, basically.
Hmm. Hmm. Whew, that's a toughie. See, I don't have children, so it's kind of hard for me to answer that. So I'm going to leave that to the audience. I did see some comments. So here's one. Holly says, I'm not ever leaving my children. A man can be replaced, but my children I birth is not a choice. And Holly, thank you for joining me, beautiful. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. So Charles says, at some point, we're going to have to come together more as men and women to set a better example of what love really can do. Right now, it is less love available than it ever was in the human race. And you know what? This comment is very similar to, there's a post in the group about why don't marriages last like they used to, like our grandmamas and them, right? And granddaddies and them. Why aren't our marriages
Hmm.
today lasting like those did? And so there was a comment very similar to yours, Chuck, like there's less love, right? Um, that very well could be. You know, I also seen, Derek, did you see the comment that one of the members made about sometimes the woman might need some time away, just call it a break, right? And
Yeah,
just taking some
yeah.
time away. I saw that. And you know, I know of a couple of women in my lifetime that were like, you know, people that I crossed paths with that actually took a break, if you will, from their marriage
Hmm.
and their baby. They left the baby with the husband and then, you know, they just kind of went and figured some things out. You know what I'm saying? So,
And that's understandable because life, does what it does. People need breaks, sometimes, but it's one thing to take a break. It's another thing to take off.
yeah, like be like, hey, I'm checking out.
I'm out.
Let's So Vernon says, and Vernon, I see you in the studio. I'm going to bring you on in a second. Okay. So Vernon says men do it all the time. And Leah Nicole says she's a super bum. Life does life sometimes. Not everyone is cut out to be a mom. Maybe leaving is better for her. And that very well could be. That very well could be. Now, Derek, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take you out of the studio for a minute. I got one more guest I'm going to bring on really quickly. And then, you know how it go. All right. So I'm going to remove you for a
You
little
know, I
bit.
know already.
Oh, you already know. You already know. And I got another thing
Right.
I want to talk to you about after the show, too. All right, boom. So, Vernon, hey, V, how are you?
What's up? Can you hear
How,
me?
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. How's things down there in Florida?
Hey, we looking pretty good on the Miami Hurricane side.
Okay, okay,
Hey,
okay,
look,
okay, okay.
gotta get you one.
Oh, I see you. I see you. Listen,
Hey,
I love a good ball cap. You feel me? For them bad hair days, you feel me? I got a few of them. I don't even be knowing. Like I got one with the little LA on there. I think that's like, what
mm-hmm.
is that? The Los Angeles
Lost.
something baseball. It just got an L and an A.
Yeah, that might be gangster. That might be gangster. Hey, relationship soup. Let me tell you, it be like burning me inside at times. My man talking about how a woman could leave her kids and stuff.
Mm,
Um, it do happen, but more men been doing it for years.
mm,
My mama brought me and my two sisters up by herself. And I done seen that a lot. They do it all the time, man. Men do it all the time, but women do it. It's very rare, but it do happen.
mm.
What's the dude with
Absolutely.
the old dude? The old dude named Mark.
Yes.
He yeah, he was talking about some women ask for money.
Hmm, hmm.
They down here talking about we need the money. We want the money. These females crazy the South.
Are they
I said,
crazy? Is that what they be doing?
me and my cousins together and it's three girls. They talking about, so what you do? What you do? So what you mean? I don't even know. They said they from Savannah, Georgia.
Hmm.
One of them said, well, I got 4 kids. I need somebody to help me with my bills. And matter of fact, I need somebody to pay all my bills. I'm like, what? Well, you talking to the wrong guy.
That's how they came at you, V. V.
Man,
That's how they came at you.
come strong down here. I don't understand it. I don't know. But yeah, and then about the friends,
Hmm.
I only got like 2 real friends. All the other ones like associates.
Yeah.
They can't. Mm-mm. You gotta have your real tight friends. You deal when you in another relationship or whatever. You got to keep them.
Hmm, hmm.
But as far as female friends, I don't have too many. They just associates. Like they can always be like, move them aside. So
Hmm.
cause the opposite. When you with somebody new, most females don't want you to be all buddy with another female anyway.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm the only drug that should get you through it. You feel me?
That, that's
You feel
it.
me?
All the rest of them,
I'm the only one that should get you. I should be your friend. I should
that's
be
it.
your lover. I should be your friend. Your
That's
homie
it.
lover friend. Don't make me drop no bars because my boy Reese ain't in the studio tonight, so I ain't gonna drop no bars on you. You feel me? Boom.
You got started. You about to flow. But
Hey,
yeah, I just
I ain't gonna do it to him. I ain't gonna do it to
mhm.
him tonight. I'm gonna say that for a future episode.
Well, I get in from work and I'm gonna come here and sit here and listen to Relationship Soup.
I
So I'll be
appreciate you
hearing.
listening.
That's right. And I found myself back in the studio. So
I see. Yeah, and it is crazy because I've heard stories from some of my male friends about and female, even females, because some of these bros out here some of these bros is gold diggers too. It ain't just the women. Some of these men and they sprinkle. What was it? Drizzle. They ain't they drizzle. So they feel like, hey, a female should be drizzling on them. You know what I mean? So it go both
some
ways. But
it do go both ways. Some females do that. They do.
yeah,
Mm. And
absolutely.
some men be like, okay, like, nah,
Yeah,
girl.
there's men that's groupies too. Some of these men out here is groupies. And you might know a couple of them. I'm just saying, some of these men be groupies too, right?
Hey,
But again, you just have to look at intention and things like that, and you just got to move accordingly because sometimes you might make that connection with someone who might need some help, and if
you
that's your
right.
person, you might just go on and come out, make it rain on them. I don't know, but
Now, what you do? What can you do for me? These girls aggressive down this way. I'm telling you.
yeah, I can believe it. And and you would think that they would be kind of slower down there, but no. This is the times that we in. People leading with their pocket, and people got their hand out.
Yeah, that's rough. That what was dude's name? His name was Mark.
Yes, Market. Yeah, he's still in the studio now. He's still
Hey,
in the
hey,
studio now.
he looked like money though.
Look at there, drizzle. A lot of men go dig, and they'll say women have done it for absolutely right. This is the thing, and crazily, I was just having this conversation with someone, and you know, those that know me, they know how I move, right? So and look, let me just put it like this, because I ain't gonna lie to kick it. I like stuff, right? I like material things. I'm not gonna lie, right? But it does not rule me. It does not define me, right? But I don't necessarily have to have a conversation with a man that's leading with his pocket. I don't have to do that. You feel me? In fact, I might get a little bored with it. It's good that you got it, but what else you got? What else can you talk about, right? But again, it's different for every person. I don't knock it. You move how you know to move. That's all I can say about that. Sorry, V, you got anything else for me before I bring on my last person in the studio and close this out?
Nah, I just know it's rough out here these days. But hey, everybody got to figure it out some kind of way. Hey,
Yeah,
I
you
ain't
got to
doing it.
figure it out. You got to figure it
That's
out.
what's up. Well, I'll be checking you out. I'm gonna stay in tune.
Thank you. And stay in the studio, V. Don't hang up yet.
All right, that's what's up.
All right, dear. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. So I know Holly, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. So let me see here. Jacoby, I see you in the studio. Did you want to ask a question? Let me bring you on. Oh, let me take you off, V. Did you have a question for me, Jacoby?
No, I don't have a question for you. I was just enjoying the banter. I was here to support my daughter in her book, and was just enjoying the conversation. I will say this though, when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to on topic relationships and stuff, is that I don't think I heard too many people mention is that communication is the number one thing that's going to make or break any relationship. And oh, I do have one comment. Anybody
Yes.
tells you get rid of your friends, unless they really shady and they bad for you, they try to look out for you. That I understand that. But anybody telling you get rid of your friends that's a red flag. Off
Mm-hmm.
top, that's a red flag. Off top, somebody tell you gotta get rid of your male friends, and they was there before you and after you, gonna be there after you, or that kind of stuff. I mean, if they shady, yeah, but just to be getting rid of them, that's a red flag. That's a control, and it leads to abuse. So be careful on that.
Absolutely. And that's good advice because on one of the earlier shows, one of the sisters that was on there that had been through domestic abuse, that was something that her abuser did. They did isolate her, right? And so,
Yeah,
the abuse that led up to the abuse. So yeah, I absolutely understand that. And I was joking. Like, my thing is, as long as boundaries and respect and communication is in order, it's Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
some people really do have those. I have friends that are my good friends. Like, they were there through the thick and thin, and I love them dearly, and they know that, right? And they would never do anything to jeopardize, a relationship or whatever. You know what I'm saying? My marriage ended, but it wasn't because of no friends. You feel me? That wasn't an issue. So
right.
I totally agree with your advice, and I think that's great advice. And I see your baby girl saying yay. So it is so beautiful. And, Jacoby, I know that I've said this over the years. I love the man that you are, especially when it comes to your daughter, you know.
I
And
appreciate that.
over the years, I've seen you post a picture, and it's crazy. The pictures, and it's crazy. It's so social media is dope in the sense that you see people posting their kids and be like, oh man, little such and such then grew up, and but I love the narrative that you have created. Like, I love the energy that you put out there. Like, hey, you squashed the stereotype, and I really appreciate that, because they try to say brothers ain't good fathers and stuff like that, but you are one of the examples, and I really appreciate
I appreciate it. I appreciate. I appreciate it definitely. She definitely gets a lot of people that she doesn't even know coming up to her like, "Hey, are you Naya? You Jacoby's daughter? You know that type of stuff." So,
that.
I she should know that she's well insulated.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great fathers are rare, and I cherish my, yes, Naya, treasure your daddy. Treasure him forever. Because, hey, listen, I was a daddy's girl. So yes, treasure your daddy. You only get one. Absolutely. And Holly says great advice. All right, so if you don't have anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and take you off. Stay behind for a second, okay? You know how this works.
Yes, ma'am.
And thank you so much for joining me, okay?
Thank you.
All right, boom. So let's see here. All right, y'all. So thank y'all so much for joining me, right? This hour always goes so fast. And like my counsel, my friends, all y'all can attest. I'll be like, oh, I'm only going to do 30 minutes. I'm just going to do 30 minutes. That's all I'm going to do, right? But it always goes over an hour. To Mark's question, Mark asked a question about interracial dating. Y'all feel free to comment on that. That has definitely been a topic in the soup. Does not always go well, but at the end of the day, I think you should love who you love, right? My thing is, in doing that, look, brothers that date other, leave sisters out. Leave all sisters out of it. Sisters that date others, leave all brothers out of it, right? Because everybody ain't the reason why you decided to go that way. If you want to date somebody of another ethnicity, race, whatever belief system, do you. You ain't got to justify it, and you ain't got to put down. Or if you need to put down, just say the people you cross paths with, right? Again, life is what it is. You got to move accordingly. And if you want to love other, go ahead. Do that, right? That's your right. That's all I'm saying, right? So let's see here. Thank you so much. I look forward to this time. I'm in a mixed relationship. We are happy and blessed. Absolutely, right? That's a beautiful thing. Okay. So do you live your life? That's all I got to say about that. All right. So if there's nothing else, all right. Just making sure I've gotten all the comments, because I try to bring y'all comments on. All right. So I appreciate all of y'all listening to me tonight, because y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you was here with me, and I appreciate that. All right, of course, y'all know before I do my spiel, I got to give my shout outs, okay? I want to give a shout out to my mama. Mommy, thank you for listening. To my Aunt Anna. And I want to give a special shout out to Mrs. Jaycox for listening tonight. I really appreciate you. All right, so let's see here. Leah, thank you, cousin. Listen, cousin, I want you in the studio. You don't realize how many conversations have been had about you, Leah, in a good way, man. Your cousin is, listen, fam, think about it. I want you in the studio with me. All right. You got to come in the studio. Let's do it. Okay. So let me do my spiel again. Thank you all for listening. do me a favor, share this live, comment, send hearts, whatever, right? Tell a friend, okay? And if you should be following across all platforms on YouTube, Relationship Soup, period. You got to put the period on there. Then Facebook, Relationship Soup Group. Come and join the group, okay? Listen, just come and join. We would love to have you. And then if you want to follow me or whatever, it's Relationship Soup LLC. Okay. If you need a greeting card or whatever, RelationshipSoup.com. Don't forget to hit the website up. Okay. So let's see. Is there anything else? Of course, it starts with you. Okay. Love yourself. You got to find that self-love. It all starts with you. And I know sometimes life be lifing, and in these healing journeys, it can be a trip, but it's all within you. So love yourself. Take care of yourself. Self-care, right? You deserve that. And listen, y'all, next week, I got a dope show lined up. Okay? Listen, y'all know I be having dynamic guests and stuff. Wait till you listen. Next week is going to be everything. All right? So, with that being said, I hope that you all have gotten some good takeaways from this show. I really appreciate your feedback. I appreciate your questions. I appreciate y'all in the studio. And until we meet next week, peace.